will Conor McGregor fight next after second UFC defeat? Conor McGregor's long-awaited return to the octagon ended in disappointment for fans of the Irishman after Khabib Nurmagomedov defeated him in a fourth-round submission at UFC 229. McGregor has already announced on social media that he's seeking a rematch with the Dagestani fighter, but has also mentioned previously that he's interested in fighting Nate Diaz and Anderson Silva. Sportsmail take a look at who Conor McGregor's next opponent could be after his fourth MMA loss with odds provided by Betfair. Conor McGregor succumbed to his second UFC defeat to Khabib Nurmagomedov after the Dagestani fighter won in the fourth round by rear naked choke submission. McGregor announced on Twitter after his defeat that he wanted a rematch with Khabib. As long as the Irishman is the face of UFC, then the chances of this happening is very likely. 5 months after his shock first defeat in the UFC, Conor McGregor returned to Sin City for a rematch with Nate Diaz at the welterweight limit. The Irishman won their second bout with a majority decision, leaving the scorecard between the fighters 1-1. McGregor stated to ESPN that there will be a third fight in their rivalry. "Nate Diaz will always have a rematch off of me," McGregor said. "No matter what happens, I will always give that man his rematch. He gave me a rematch, I give him a rematch. That's the way it is. When it will happen, I don't know. We will complete the trilogy, no doubt about it." Conor McGregor expressed interest in a super fight with Anderson Silva during Ariel Helwani's MMA show ahead of his UFC 229 fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov. He told ESPN's Ariel Helwani's MMA show on Monday, "I'd be interested in an Anderson Silva bout. I swear to God. Anderson is a legend of the game. I'm sure he's hunting for a few quid, as well." The Brazilian superfighter responded on Instagram saying, "It would be a great honor to test myself for fighting with Conor McGregor. He is an electric fighter and has already proven that he has to be respected. Let's make this happen." The UFC wants super fights. "I'm sure fans from all four corners of the world want to see this fight. I professionally believe it would be awesome to test my martial skills with a fighter like Conor McGregor, a real super fight." Now he is focused on his fight against Khabib Nurmagomedov. "After this fight I am ready for this challenge. When and where he wants." George Street. Pierre expressed interest in fighting the winner of Conor McGregor vs Khabib Nurmagomedov on Submission Radio. However, he believes the UFC won't allow him to fight for the title at 155 pounds after relinquishing the title at 170 and 185. McGregor stated to ESPN that the prospect of fighting GSP didn't excite him and would prefer to fight Anderson Silva. Tony Ferguson was the co-main event of UFC 229, and immediately after his victory against Anthony Pettis called out McGregor. "I want McGregor. If Khabib doesn't finish him tonight, then I'm going to be the one who does it."